Hey, folks, we've got Charlie Hatcher, 5th District Congressman candidate, right here live in the studio. We're going to be finding out why we should vote for him to be our next congressman. Hey, we'll be right back.
The Mike Weatherford Show is proud to announce we are now officially powered by TEC. If their fiber optic internet service can handle everything we throw at it here in the studio, from videos to calls and live streams, you better believe they can handle your home or business too. If speed, stability, and service is important to you, you can count on TEC. Thanks, TEC. Now let's get to the show.
Recorded live in the studios of Brewer Street Mafia. This is a Red Dog Fred production.
And now, your number one rated show, The Mike Weatherford Show. Here's your host, Mike Weatherford.
Hey, welcome back to the Mike Weatherford Show. I'm your host, Mike Weatherford. Hey, we're going to continue this Meet Your Candidate series. Tonight, I've got the 5th District Congressman candidate, Mr. Charlie Hatcher. He's live in the studio. He's going to talk with us and try to explain to us why we should vote for him to represent us in Washington, D.C. Hey, it's an important election coming up. The district's been changed around, been moved around, and we need to make sure that we know who we're voting for. And what better way to do it? To get them right here on the Mike Weatherford Show and have a conversation with them. Got my good friend, Mr. Ricky Price, Mr. Pepsi Cola himself. Ricky Price, how you doing?
Mike, it's always a pleasure.
Man, we've been going right along with this Meet Your Candidate. I think it's something that I owe my community.
We owe it to the community, and tonight's really important as we live in a farm area.
We do. Okay?
And
agricultural.
It's agricultural. You know, you drive our cornfield, and we get the amount of rain we need.
Yeah.
And I always say in this world, without military and farmers, we'd be naked, hungry, and afraid.
You're right. You know, farming is one of the few industries where you buy everything for retail and you sell it for wholesale.
Do you
Pepsi
get that?
Pepsi don't do that, and, my profession don't. We buy it wholesale and sell it retail, but they buy it all retail and sell it wholesale. That's kind of backwards, ain't it?
Fructose corn syrup. We're in that business as well, right. So I need that to be my savior as well. But I'm glad
ready
to be
get
here.
with this.
Let's get with it tonight.
All right, folks. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 6 weeks now. We've had everything from debates to just regular conversation. And tonight, I want to introduce to y'all the 5th District Congressman candidate sitting right here beside me, Mr. Charlie Hatcher. Charlie, welcome to the show.
Well, it's good to be on, but I got a question for you first.
Sir.
Introduction said number one rated show.
That's right.
So tell me about that first.
What do you want to know?
How is it number one rated? And what's it number one rated against? Or who?
Against everybody around, because we have over 2 million views a week. And you count all the platforms, our views is probably up there at 10 or 12 million.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and I know it's a small town guy. I'm an auto mechanic by trade, and I'm not known to be real smart. But what I do is just do what people do when you meet them, Charlie, like you've been doing your little meet and greet. You just said have a conversation. I don't have an agenda. I like it like Walter Cronkite used to do it. Folks, that's your news. You make your mind
There you
up.
go.
So that's what I want to do with you. Welcome to the show,
Good.
Charlie.
Let's do it. It's great to be here, and this does feel like home to me. And we're talking about the crops and the rain and so forth. The crops are looking good. I can tell you that.
But they'll be cheap.
They will be cheap, but the only hope for a farmer to make any money is going to be to have a bumper crop.
That's right.
And maybe they can break even or have a little bit of money.
Mr. Charlie Hatcher, tell me a little bit about who is Charlie Hatcher.
Well, there's quite a bit. I've got an interesting background. I'll put it that way. A 10th generation farmer, 5th generation dairy farmer to be on the land that we're on today. That's in College Grove, Tennessee.
College Grove.
Not to be confused with Cottage
That's
Grove.
right.
It's College Grove. Right. The Hatchers, my forefathers moved from Virginia to the College Grove area in 1819. But part of the property that we're on today has been in family since 1847. Today, it's Hatcher Family Dairy. There's 3 family businesses there. It's Hatcher Family Dairy. It's Rockin' Country Veterinary Service, and it's Battle Mountain Farms. That's an event center. So all my functioning dysfunctional family lives on that farm. And so all my kids, all my grandkids,
Ain't it
all
wonderful?
my brothers and sisters, and I've got 4, but 1 live on the farm. And it is a wonderful thing that my grandkids are all there too.
That is wonderful. You work with your children and your grandchildren.
Everybody lives there, and my mother-in-law.
Well, how big a farm do you have, Charlie?
So my portion, or the dairy portion, is about 210 to 215 acres. Probably collectively with my brothers and sisters, it was once upon a time 500 plus acres.
Right.
And then Interstate 840 went through it, and that took some of the acreage. So it's probably I'd say 380 to.
That's
a little less
enough
than
to
400.
keep you. You don't want to mow it with a push mower.
No, we're making a living with milk cows on
Right.
hills and rock.
We got a lot of milk farmers in this area. We used to have a lot more than we do now.
Well,
We
you
got
don't
quite-
have a lot.
No, we
There's
did have.
less than 80 in the whole state of
That's
Tennessee.
right. It's sad.
There used to be thousands of dairies.
They tear them dairy barns down. I used to see those old parlors that had one. You can milk 1 or 2 cows at a time, and they just tearing them down. I said, man, that makes me sad.
Yeah, me too. So back in the day, there were grade B dairies, there were grade A dairies, there
Yeah.
were cheese manufacturers
Yeah.
everywhere. It was a way of life. Everybody had a parent or a grandparent that was in the farming business, and they knew where their food comes from, and that's distant memories to a lot of people.
You was the ag guy, the ag commissioner, Department of Ag. Help me. What?
Commissioner of Agriculture.
That's right. I'll get it out in a minute. For a number of years.
Right. I was Governor Lee's family veterinarian for almost 20 years, and that's what got
Wow.
me the job. And I was Commissioner of Agriculture from, he named me December 2018, and I held that position till October 2025 to run for this slot.
Wow. So you've
Almost 7 years.
got experience in government.
Right, and I think it's part of my credentials. And when you take the common sense and problem solving of a veterinarian and a farmer, I mean, that's pretty grounded. You should have a half a bit of common sense on that.
Yeah.
I was state veterinarian for a decade. There's one state veterinarian for every state, so there's one. I was one of 50 and held that for 10 years, and was responsible for the health and welfare of all the animals in the state. And then it was a great honor in my life to be Commissioner of Agriculture, and agriculture is the number 1 industry in the state of Tennessee. People may not realize that, but it is.
It is.
Most
It
years
is.
over $100 billion business or annual impact.
West Tennessee is a big part of that. That's the new district that we've got here. Henry, Benton, Carroll, and over in O'Brien County. That is the breadbasket of Tennessee.
It is
west of that Mississippi
It
River.
is, and I think a lot of people think the redistricting in that way helped me because those counties are some of the highest ag revenue counties in the state of Tennessee, and it is. This district, this new district, is the breadbasket of Tennessee and maybe the United States if you look at it that way. We have the Mississippi River running down through it. It's extremely important, and you couple that with Fort Campbell, nearly 250,000 soldiers, veterans, and military personnel in that district. It's an extremely important district, and it's gathering national attention on this particular race.
Tell me again which counties are in this new 5th district. We used to have Kustoff was our congressman, and they redistrict, and I think they give it to Ogle. And now we're trying to replace Ogle. You are with Hatchers. What counties are in this, Charlie?
Well, see, it was the old District 5
Yeah.
was 6 counties. It was part of Davidson, Williamson, and Wilson, and all of Murray, Marshall, and Lewis.
Right.
And now it's 17 counties. From Lewis is still in it, all of Lewis, and then West Murray, West Williamson, over to Hickman, up to Fort Campbell, Houston, Stewart, Humphreys, and then you've got all the way up to a part of Montgomery, all the way over to Lake, the northwesternmost county, and then down to West Shelby. And then it includes Henry, O'Brien, Weakley, Dyer. All those are part of it.
I think there's a lot of confusion.
There is, and
Yeah.
so some of the voters are confused. So they need to do a good job of educating themselves before they get in
That's
the voters'
right.
booth. They need to look at a sample ballot because the congressman they think they're voting for may not even be on the
That's
ballot
correct.
if it's changed, and
That's
a
right.
lot of that did change in the redistricting.
I know when I spoke out that you was going to come on my show, I had people ask me, Well, Mike, is he even in our district? I said, yes, we got redistricted.
Who would have thunk it?
That's right. That's
I
right.
mean, like
You're
6
right.
months ago.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
it was a hurry, wasn't it?
like I had people call me say, "You're not gonna believe this, Charlie, but you could be my congressman, and I
right.
live in Weakley County."
That's
And I said,
right.
"What?"
I know.
I mean, how? Yes, that
But it fits you like a T with your background in agriculture, is what you're saying in your advertisements, what I hear you say. It fits you like a glove with your agricultural background, and you are a farmer and a veterinarian, and you're in the breadbasket. So
it did. A lot of experts say that because, I was pretty concerned, like some of the voters were. Oh my gosh, what kind of impact is this going to do or going to have? And then looked at it, and then I thought, wow, it's drawn up for me. So I'm playing the cards that were dealt me, and I kind of like it.
what made you decide to jump out here and throw a shingle up that says Charlie Hatcher for
Well,
Congress?
I'll try to summarize that as quick as I can. I had
take your time.
So people had asked me for several years to run for the 5th district against this very incumbent. The time wasn't right. Governor Lee had termed out. He's term limited. And I entered my last year of being commissioner. I turned my last budget in, so that was done. I wanted to serve the governor as long in the state as I could. And I thought, if I'm going to do this, I need to do it now. So I prayed about it, talked about it with family. We prayed about it together. And the doors didn't close. They just kept opening. And then I felt, I didn't get an audible voice from God, but I thought, there's your sign. And so now I feel like it's a calling, and I'm going to finish it.
To step up and try to serve the people of Tennessee is a big step, Charlie. It takes a lot of dedication. I've heard you speak when you was in here earlier. You was talking about the days, how long the days you've been working, and you said you ain't got clean underwear because you're never home to wash them.
My wife's going to kill me for saying that, but it's true,
yeah.
though. It literally, I'm running out of clean
And
clothes.
Mike's going to tell that story.
He already did. How many people heard
Well,
that?
2.
2 million?
Don't tell her
Two?
she don't
No,
say.
let me tell you, Charlie.
She's.
I'm not.
Is
gonna
this
tell
live?
your-
Is this live?
We're live.
We're
I'm not
live.
gonna-
She's probably listening.
I'm not going to tell your wife that you going around saying you don't got clean underwear. I'm just going to ask her if she knows you're out going around telling everybody you ain't got
Well,
clean underwear.
you can turn them inside out and put them on and do.
Well, that's
There's all
correct.
kinds of things you can do.
I know, but
He's kind. He did say underwear. He would have said the word.
I could have
drawer.
said draws,
Oh,
but I was kind.
but it is true. I mean,
it's a lot.
it's quite the sacrifice for the family. I mean, all the duties that she ordinarily does. I mean, she washes the eggs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help her out. We got chickens. We sell eggs at the store. We got piles of eggs turning up. Piling up, and I'm helping her wash those. But when she goes with me, she can't do those
That's right.
activities. And so 2 or 3 times a week,
It's a sacrifice.
She's with me. 17 hours.
Yeah, people need to understand the sacrifice, and you're not even elected. Election not even here yet, but the sacrifice you've gone through just to be able to sacrifice to represent us.
Right, and people say that, and I'm learning why they say that.
Yeah,
because and then you couple that with the swamp.
Yeah.
Would you want to live there?
No.
Okay.
You're going to have some issues.
Would you, Ricky? Would you?
No.
There's a lot of things that I want to talk to you about. Number one, you are a Republican.
Lifelong Republican. Parents were lifelong Republican. I've got friends that aren't.
Right?
And
We all have that.
Yeah. So there's that. But yes, I've always been
Conservative.
bona fide and conservative by very nature.
Right.
And what I mean by that, a dairy farmer,
Is a conservative.
they have to be, or they're
Most business owners are.
Yes.
They don't have to be a dairy. It can be an auto mechanic
But
or anything.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
financially,
Sure.
the way we live,
Yeah.
and politically.
Yeah.
I think many business owners are, because you don't want to work that hard and give your money away to the
That's
government.
right. That's right.
And have
Right.
them spend it recklessly,
Yep.
right?
Yes, sir. You're exactly 100%. You're a Donald Trump supporter.
100%. And he's, I've got firsthand experience with that. And what I mean by that, I worked, I was commissioner 7 years. So it was
Yeah.
Trump 1, then Biden, and then another almost year with Trump 2.
Yeah.
And it's daylight and dark between the two presidents. The Biden administration, dysfunctional, didn't have key people in place, not efficient, not responsive. Money fell out of the sky, caused the inflation. President Trump completely turned that around. Within a few weeks, had secured the border, without changing the law, without doing anything, and they said it couldn't be done, and he did it. So that's why. And honestly, he what I like the most is he works hard like a farmer, gets things done. And
Does he ever sleep?
I don't know that he does.
It's amazing, ain't it? Most business owners, yourself and myself included, we go to bed, and I can only imagine, this is not about me, but I'm going to say that I can only imagine being a congressman or put yourself in a president. He's got all the world on his shoulders. How can you shut it off and go to sleep?
I don't know.
Sometimes you as a farmer, when it's rained too much or not rained enough, how do you turn it off and go to sleep? So you can imagine what he goes through. What are some of the main things that you see that if elected you want to jump right on?
Oh, good Lord. I've got and I hear this because
we got an hour, so you got plenty to line them up, brother.
Well, I've been meeting people where they are all across the district. If you follow me on social media, we've been killing it. Yeah. Sometimes we'll do 6 to 12 events a day and just stack them up and talk to people in their place of business, on their farms, just wherever they happen to be. The number one issue that I hear, bar none, is everyday living expenses. I mean, I
agree with that.
Yes. And it's like they're being crushed by fuel prices. You know, that's a big one. Cost of groceries, you know, they went down for a while, and it seems like they're creeping back up. Cost of child care, and once you pay rent, utilities, mortgage, whatever you're paying, there's not enough money left. So a lot of people are working 2 or 3 jobs. I mean, I talk to them. So that's number one. And you want me to go down the list, or keep going, or wait?
Just keep talking. We're having a conversation. We're not interviewing. We're having a conversation.
Yeah. So the other one, number 2 is likely infrastructure. Middle Tennessee, Columbia is running out of water. Spring Hill, they've got a wastewater moratorium. They can't build another thing without wastewater treatment available. So they're working on that. And then roads. Problem West Tennessee, problem Middle Tennessee, problem.
Just Tennessee roads are awful.
Tennessee roads, bridges, whatever. I mean, there's not enough money in the world to do everything we need to do to get it fixed. But infrastructure is a big one. Then energy. I mean, we're whoever thought we'd be running out of energy. Tennessee is leading the country in nuclear energy, or gonna be, and so there's that. But we've got
Charlie. I hate to butt in, or I'm trying to hold your thought. Yeah. You said who would have thought we'd run out of energy? Well, anybody that's seen it tearing down these coal-fired plants seen it coming. When you tear down a coal-fired plant, you got nothing to replace it. You're going to run out of energy. But go ahead.
You need to have a diverse amount energy from all different levels.
It's just like farming. You can't put your tractor in the shop right before you want to get out there and plant your crop.
That's correct. And so
go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you've got that.
Yeah.
And then the one I hear a lot about is the federal government itself. Too many regulations, reckless spending, waste, fraud, and abuse. Lack of a balanced budget.
$40 trillion in debt.
The debt.
How is that sustainable, Charlie?
No, I was going to ask you. You tell me.
I don't
can
know.
A farmer or a business owner of any type?
I don't understand it. I've
tried to borrow my way out of debt once before.
And it don't work.
And you can't do it.
I don't understand it, and why that's not a bigger issue. Why that people's not screaming at the top of the lungs. You cannot keep up. It's already past our gross profit. Our
well, where's the point of no return on that?
I think we're there.
We are.
So what happens is we can't print enough money, or they call in the loan, or who holds the loan?
It's a lot. All of that.
Who owns it?
Who totes the note?
All of it.
Is it China?
Not really. It's everybody. I think China's part of it. Part of it is just printing money. They took us off the gold standard, Charlie. It's back. Your money says Federal Reserve note. It's just backed by the faith in the American dollar. There's no gold.
Some people says it doesn't matter. Does it matter?
I think it does. I think that I can't write my checks out of my business just because I got a stack of checks. I just can't write checks, that balance, and see how much is left before I write the next one. But that's not what we're doing.
What needs to happen? How do you?
I don't know the answer. Because I don't know the problem.
It needs to be addressed, though.
It does. I don't know the problem. Do you really? I don't know how we've got into this.
Well, you got to have a plan, though.
That's
you can't keep spending more than you're taking.
You're exactly right. But I know that the issues out there is we're $40 trillion in debt. And one day, the debt services is going to pass anything else.
Well,
And
that
when
may
it does-
be
that's
the tipping point. Yes,
it's got
I
to
think
be
you're right.
close. What would the debt service be on 40
Well,
trillion?
you're a mechanic and you understand that.
Yeah. But I don't know why we're not addressing. Now you are. I've heard you talk about it
Well,
earlier.
I want to, but can I?
You're one man. That's what
I don't know.
I'm glad you said that. You're one man, and we got to make sure we send that right one man that's got the right
You got to
idea.
start somewhere.
Got to
have
start.
to.
You got to have a
That's
starting
exactly
point.
right.
If it's broke, we got to fix it another way.
Yeah.
Well, it's broke, ain't it?
It's broke. It's way past broke.
I mean, a mechanic knows that.
Oh man,
It's broke.
yeah. I mean, I'm not real
You
smart.
can
and
fix it,
yeah,
though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to fix the problem because I don't know the problem. All I know is we're spending more, and when somebody says something about it, it's kind of swept under the rug. But there's nothing, Charlie Hatcher. If you get elected, there's nothing you're not going to go to Nashville and fix our budget. That's not going to happen. We know that, but maybe you can get up there and start complaining about it. Maybe y'all can get together and say, look. But when you do try to stop that wasteful spending, then the first thing they do is cut it where it hurts. They're going to say, well, we're going to shut down your national parks. We're going to do this.
Well-
they threaten you.
Well,
see.
maybe not. See, because there may be enough waste, fraud, and abuse. They had a lot in Minnesota. They had
did.
a lot in
Oh,
California.
that was awful.
It's big, and so and it may be in every state,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There could
I'm
be.
sure it is.
So if we could address that first,
But it's not $4 trillion.
no, but I wonder how much it is.
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you, do you know how much $1 trillion is, I was told?
It's 1,000 billion.
They told me.
Is it not?
Yes.
I think it's $1 million.
And a billion is 1,000 million.
Big.
But I know this much. They say that
So it's
1
40,000 million.
They
I
told
think.
me that $1 trillion would
Maybe.
buy
Something
every
like that,
battleship in our Navy, every tank in our Army and Marine Corps, every plane in our Air Force. We could completely revamp our whole military with $1 trillion.
With $1
And,
trillion.
and we're 40,
Yeah,
almost
that's-
40.
That's what
39.
I've read. I'm not saying that for a fact, but that's what I've read. And that's a lot of money. You know, when I was in school, Charlie, we talked about $1 million every once in a while. 100,000 was a big thing. I always said when I was a kid, boy, I wish I had 100,000. Then you got older, it's $1 million. And now it's $1 billion. And now these politicians will say trillion, just like we say $100. It's out of control, and we need people to go to Congress and
Isn't
say,
that something?
it's sad what it's gotten into. But I understand. What separates you from the other one that's trying to be their congressman? What makes Charlie Hatcher different from them people?
Well, people ask me that all the time. You know, I'm conservative to the core, but the difference is going to be I'm going to work my tail off like a farmer does, and I do have a record of getting things done. And the constituent services, I think there's I'm going to vote right, but I'm also going to provide good constituent services. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yes, sir.
So a good congressman will travel the district, listen to the people, like I'm doing now on the meeting people where they are, understand the issues, and I think I'm knowledgeable about the issues. I've dealt with them in my different roles through my lifetime. I feel like I'm part of the working class. I can identify with the small business owners.
And the working man. That's who you need to.
Yes, I think I'm one of you. And I think that's what separates me from the other candidates, or at least the incumbent candidate and the ones that may be coming after that if I win the primary, because I see in farmer terms, I see myself as a workhorse.
Well,
And my opponent as a some people say show pony, but show horse or whatever. But
I'm with you.
that's the difference.
Don't apologize.
And so
any man says you're washing eggs, that's a job. That's a job job, and that's what you're doing.
I do a lot of dirty jobs.
Well, and that's you know what, and that's what made this country strong, by getting our hands dirty.
Yeah, there's nothing I won't do.
You know,
I've been head first in a septic tank one time, pulling out a pump out of a septic tank. You ever done that?
Yes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
haven't.
Yes, I've done it all. Dude.
I can do it.
Yeah. I don't want to do it, but I've done it. I put my own wells in.
So
I've cleaned.
I had a good plumber friend of mine, because he was a little bit heavier than I am. Heavier than me. He said, "I'm going to lower you down head first into the septic tank, and you grab that septic tank by that cable or the septic tank pump, and you pull it up. But if you start to feel like you're being overcome by fumes, you holler, and I'll pull you up by your legs."
Did you wait till you was overcome?
I wasn't overcome. It never happened, but he did pull me up out there, and I had the septic pump in my hand.
I was listening to, you don't have to comment on this. This is just something that I heard another running for governor make a comment that we need men's men back being men again in this country. And you may have heard the same speech that I heard. And I said, that's right. We need men again. Men being men again, do what men do. We built this country. I
think that's right, but I'd go broader than that. We need people that'll work and people that'll serve.
That's right. That's right. We need men's men. We need it. You're right.
And that's rare these days.
You're right.
What?
That's what we need.
You're right.
The Iran war. That's a big thing right now. They claim that's the reason why that when the president got elected, there was people saying that things started getting better. Some said it didn't. But then the war come about, and then it shot the gas prices back up because of all that going on. And I have a grandson that's a Marine. He is in that strait over trying to keep it open the best he can. He's matter of fact, if you happen to be watching me, love you, Dakota. He's a Corporal Dakota Weatherford, United States Marine. And it's a horrible thing, but was it needed, Charlie?
I believe it was. I think when they say death to America, I think they believe that they would 100% drop a nuke on us if they had it. So I think the goals of the war are appropriate. The unfortunate thing is, I mean, that has a lot to do with fuel prices. That has a lot to do with inflation. So I think and President Trump knows this and trying to close the war out, but he needs to reach his goals and objectives.
He does.
He's the only president that's ever tried to address the broader issue of this.
And
in 50 years.
It is.
I mean, Iran's been a threat for 50 years, killed a lot of Americans.
In the 70s,
if he
it was
pulls
beautiful
this
country.
Off,
yeah, he needs to be on
it will be historic.
That's right. You remember?
But it's not going to be easy. But the sooner that it's resolved, the better.
Sooner the better. You're correct.
No, everybody would have to agree with that. And it's
sooner the better.
It's
we just lost.
See, Iran at one time was a beautiful country. They had modernized like us. They was acting like us. They had Western.
Yeah. I don't blame this on Iranian people.
No,
I blame
don't have
it
no
on
problem
their
with people.
leadership.
That's exactly. And they didn't come in there elected, I don't believe. But anyway, you say you work hard, you get things done, and serving others. Is that just something that you've always did? Was you born with that kind of ethics, or where did you get that from, Charlie?
I think I got that from previous generations and the way I was raised and the work ethic that my parents had, and that translated to me, and my siblings. And now I've translated that to my kids, and they've transmitted to their kids, and now we've got those 3 generations have bought in, and that's the reason, and I'm so happy for that we're able to continue this generational farm to the next generation, and that's a rare thing.
It is.
That's happening today. So I'm 5th generation there. My son will be 6th. My grandkids are 7th, and I'm very proud of that.
You're blessed too.
It is blessed.
Yes.
You're
There's
blessed.
nothing like it.
You're blessed. You're 100%.
You hear jobs. Number one issue, jobs. Well, I hear employees. We need employees. That's a big issue. You hear that too everywhere you go. What is your idea on and balancing between getting the high-paying jobs and getting employees to follow it? Because agriculture is our breadbasket where you're at, but we do need other jobs. We need massive manufacturing, what's left in the states, But I think the president has worked hard to bring in some manufacturing back. I think you agree. He's tried hard to bring some manufacturing back. But there's every industry I know of is looking for employees, but yet we want to grow. We want high-paying jobs. How do you balance that? Do you understand my question, Charlie?
I do. Well, there's a lot to that.
Yeah.
But I've got quite a bit of experience of that with the Lee administration, because that was one of Governor Lee's focus points.
Yeah.
The reason that Tennessee's been so successful is because it's a great state to live, work, and play. And when you recruit these industries, we have a leg up there too, because in Tennessee, the governor had enough foresight to know that we need more technical vocational skills, and so
I'm behind that.
So
100%.
the Lee administration invested over $1 billion in vocational and technical skills and TCATs,
Correct,
in training, And that's been super. So we're recognized as a state that has and going to have more workers that are trained, and we're trying to pattern those workers to facilitate what those companies coming in, what they need. And so that's been a coordinated effort to do that. So you got to do both. You have to recruit industries, and you have to have workers to do it.
Correct.
And we're handling that better than any state is, in my opinion.
I agree, because I just hired an employee maybe 6 months ago from the TCAT over here in McKenzie. Turned out to be a darn good employee. Young kid, 20-year-old,
Yes.
19, 20-year-old.
From a TCAT, probably.
Exactly. I mean, he's got a good work ethics. He's there every day. He's willing to learn. And my hat's off to them. We need more of that in our country.
Well, yeah, that being said, we got to do more. So
Yeah.
like in
I'm like Mike Rowe.
Yeah, like in the farming industry,
Yeah.
and there's not many programs that train individuals to be technicians or work in creameries, because we're trying to hire people like that, and it's hard to find. So we hire people, and then we have to train them
Train 'em.
ourselves. But there's always additional skills and programs that you could add to TCATs and
That's
vocational
exactly
skills.
right. And
The
when
other- Other thing we need to do is get them back in high schools, and we're doing that. You remember when
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
in farm shop, or we were in FFA shop,
FFA, that's right.
and everybody had a shop class. We need to get back to that too.
you know, I'm an auto mechanic by trade.
Well, you know better than anybody.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you that where my complaint is Right to Repair Act. 1990s, they come out with OBD2, On-Board Diagnostic 2, and they've started, all the manufacturers started putting their own brand of plug where us
Yep.
mechanics can plug into. Well, the government got the Right to Repair Act. I don't think it was under the Magnuson Act, but it was a Right to Repair Act. They had to put them so many feet, put them in the steering wheel, and they all had to be universal, and the information had to be all of us. In your industry, John Deere
Did
is
the
just
same thing.
wearing it
Yeah.
out. Now you can't hardly, and if you're an independent repair shop, you can't work on a John Deere. Dodge is doing it to us now. I have to pay a fee just to be able to get in there and get the information. I can probably read some codes, but I can't get the data that I need. That information should be free, because if you push the independents and the people that works on your tractors, the independents out, what are you going to do when it's only the manufacturers? Do you, Charlie Hatcher, see that as an issue?
Absolutely, it's an issue. I agree with you. I mean, we ought to be able to access that information.
100%. But it seems like that they're going against the Right to Repair. I've wrote my congressman. I've talked to my congressman about it, and they all agree with me. Would you, Charlie, you going to go up there and say, hey, we got to, because you're a farmer, and it's hitting your industry hard. You know, you pay $1 million for a combine, you got to carry it back and spend $20,000 to get it repaired because the independent guy can't do it. That costs a lot of corn.
I'm going to do everything I can for Tennessee agriculture, for American agriculture,
Right.
to protect and promote and keep that industry strong,
Right.
and decrease the number of family farms going out of business.
Well, that's
I will pledge to you that.
That's great. But the Right to Repair Act is part of that, I hope.
Yes,
and us mechanics.
that could be part of the total package
Yeah.
of a food security national
Oh,
act.
we need to talk about food security after the
Well,
break. But that's something.
That's my wheelhouse, and that's what I want to carry.
I want to talk about that too. But that Right to Repair Act is in my wheelhouse.
That could be included in the same bill.
It could be. It could be. But we need a good standalone bill, Charlie, if we could, that says no to these manufacturers. You know, the seed manufacturers. You plant their crop. You can sell the crop after it grows, but you can't replant it because they own the technology and all. They're doing the same thing to us all of them. We built that computer system. We own it. You're going to have to pay us or go to the dealer. That's going to hurt down the road. And that's an industry I've been in for 40 some odd years, and I can
You
see
see it firsthand.
Firsthand, I fight it every day, and I'm having to write checks all the time just so my guys can plug up to Charlie, your old blue truck out there, which is that old blue one's OBD1, and I still have a computer.
Does that have a plug-in?
Yeah. So what year is that?
86.
Yeah, it'll have a plug. OBD1.
Okay.
It's old school. But then they went OBD1, which OBD, onboard diagnostic, and you had we call it 1, and you had onboard diagnostic 2, and there's rumors going to be 3 and 4, but they're all universal. You can plug in with any good computer can plug into them, but that's going to end if we don't do something. You're going to have to go back to the dealer, or you're going to have to as the mechanic going to have to pay a prescription fee of probably no telling what it will be per year just to be able to hook to it. So
Well, it might be good to support a congressman that might help on that matter.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna ask you a question. That was just me. That was. I think you're on. I think you understand my point. That's
Yeah, I
one
do.
thing you do understand.
Yeah.
I got to take a commercial break because I got to pay my bills. Will you hang around for the next segment?
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about the food security and all that because right now there's an explosive diarrhea going around out here. I don't know what's caused.
Yeah, that little pesky parasite.
Yeah, that
Pesky
sounds
parasite.
awful. And are we doing a good enough job in this country to protect us from stuff like that? I don't know. Maybe you know the answer. We're going to do a commercial break. We're going to put your website up right here. There it is, Charlie. Look.
Oh, wow.
www.charliehatcher.com. Go to him.
I like
Hard
it.
a farmer.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
about that?
Said, check him out.
That's what
And,
farm hard.
Farm hard. Hey, we're going
Farm
to
strong.
That's right.
And work hard.
That's right. I love it.
There's his Facebook page right there, Charlie Hatcher. And here's his ex. He's everywhere.
Hey, y'all got it going on. though.
Find him.
What do you think about this, huh?
Find him. See what he's about. Hey.
Y'all
it's-
are a high-tech redneck.
That's
Hey,
right. Find
well,
out what
that's
he's
number one.
about.
Yeah.
Number one rated.
That's right.
That's why it's number one rated right here.
Yeah, here it is.
You're the proven example.
Hey, it's very important that you understand who you're voting for. Know what they stand for. And then once they do get elected, hold their feet to the fire. We're going to take
There
a
you go.
commercial break. We'll be right back.
Man.
Here at Yoder's Country Store, we like to do things a little bit differently. We serve fresh lunches made right here in our kitchens. Take them home with you, or you can enjoy them right here in our warm and inviting dining room. A full deli with meats and cheeses sliced fresh, just for you. Fountain drinks, hot coffee, or delicious fruit smoothies. Add the finishing touches. Natural and organic products, as well as locally sourced foods you won't find anywhere else. We even carry canning supplies and hard-to-find country staples. And of course, friendly service every time you visit. And we're owned and operated by Amish and Mennonite families.
Order for bill is ready. Hey folks, James Yoder with Yoder's Country Store. We're not your regular grocery store. We're just 5 minutes from Paris. We would love to have you.
Just minutes from downtown Paris, come experience Yoder's Country Store at 75 Anderson Road.
After a drunk driving arrest, the last thing you probably want to think about is installing an ignition interlock device. We know the state requirements can be confusing, and you are being hit with expenses left and right. No matter where you live, we will walk you through the process one step at a time and help you to find the exact equipment you need at the lowest possible price. From your first call to the day you celebrate the completion of your requirements, LifeSafer is there to simplify the process and help you get back to your life.
This weekend, don't just stay home. Head to the Breakers Marina. Enjoy live music and stunning waterfront views and amazing food, all in one incredible atmosphere. Whether you're docking the boat, grabbing dinner with friends, or coming out to catch the next big band, the Breakers Marina has become the place to be on Kentucky Lake. Check out the upcoming entertainment schedule at thebreakersmarina.com, and we'll see you at the Breakers.
Is your tank on empty? For best gas prices in town, fill up at 54 Fuel Mart, 1213A Westwood Street. And don't forget your other tank. Grab hot fried chicken, wings, pizza, and on Tuesdays and Fridays, the best fried fish around. Got a sweet tooth? We've got freeze-dried candies, candy bars, and more. Rainy day? Stay dry and use our drive-up window. Farmers, we've got your dyed diesel plus parking for big rigs. Open 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. If you're feeling lucky, play the lottery or grab a scratch-off while you're here. 54 Fuel Mart at the Westwood Y. more than just fuel.
The Downtown Event Center is available for parties, meetings, or family get-togethers. The center comes with spacious seating and an area that will help make serving food easier. If you are having a birthday party, this is definitely the place for you. The Downtown Event Center is located at 107 South Brewer Street. Contact Jessica at 731-642-4992 to make your reservation.
Hi, I'm David Bubba Flowers. I'm running for re-election to the County Commission in the great District 1 of Henry County. I have proudly served you for the last 2 years in District 1, and I look forward to using my 42 years of financial and accounting experience to help lead our county for the next 4 years. I humbly ask for your vote. Thank you.
All right, folks, next week, live here on the Mike Weatherford Show, we got One Father's Promise. Jeff Fuller from Fuller Strong Outdoors will be in here talking about his daughter's dream. It's going to be a great show. You want to hear this story. It's going to be an excellent show, and I'm proud to be talking to Jeff about his daughter's dream lives on. One Father's Promise. Fuller Strong Outdoors will be live in the studio next week. That's right, Tuesday, July 28th, 7 p.m., right here on the Mike Weatherford Show. Hey, don't forget on Tennessee Informer, connect the political dots. Who is influencing Tennessee? Kathy Henders will be over there talking with Dave Vance on Tennessee Informer coming up Monday, the 27th of July, 7 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Hey, don't forget coming up on Sportscast Live with Jeremy Bucklew, the road starts here. Henry County Ladies Soccer Preview. That's right, coming up with special guest Alex Egman will be in here talking with Jeremy and Jeremy's daughter. It's going to be great. Hey, I think she's taking over the show, Jeremy's daughter is, because these younger people, they've got a pretty good outlook on things. They see what that daddies sometimes don't see. You don't want to miss that coming up on Sportscast Live with Jeremy Bucklew, coming up Sunday, July the 26th, 7:30 p.m. Hey, don't forget Breakers Marina. They got a great thing coming up this weekend. I think coming up this weekend will be the Biz and Everyday People will be down there. That's right. If you haven't been to the Breakers lately, I suggest you go. They got great food, great entertainment, great dock. It's just a bunch of great friends that go down there and hang out. Hey, go. Coming up July the 31st, you've got Biz and Everyday People. The 31st is Hollerhead. The 25th, Biz and the Everyday People in Hollerhead. It's repeating itself over. Okay, hey, that's coming up. You don't want to miss it. Going at the Breakers Marina, tell them Mike sent you. Don't forget, we have connected over 1,200 residential customers with TEC high-speed internet. We've laid over 300 miles of fiber. If you haven't done it yet, do like we did here up at studio. Join the TEC family and do like I did. Go get you some. Don't forget the Peddler Advantage. Place your 20-word classified to run for 4 weeks for only $10. Every issue will have the MyParishTV.com podcast guide with the Mike Weatherford Show, Tennessee Informer, and Sportscast Live at Jeremy Bucklew. They've got over 9 counties for 40 years. I forgot. I think it's like 40,000 these papers go out every week. Hey, go get your free Peddler Advantage and put your 20-word classified in there to run for 4 weeks for only $10. Hey, don't forget, we're growing. We're on all the platforms. If you haven't done it yet, go over to the YouTube side. It's called the Mike Weatherford Show Live, because we're eventually going to quit these Facebooks and go all YouTube and all the other platforms. But Facebook will always be home. We'll have clips and stuff on here. But I want to ask you and invite you tonight to go over to YouTube, find us, the Mike Weatherford Show Live, subscribe to us so you don't miss any of the great shows coming out of Brewer Street Mafia and Kill Media Studios. All right, folks, we've been sitting here talking with Charlie Hatcher. He is asking us to vote for him to be our next congressman in the 5th District. Charlie, you didn't go nowhere. You hung around with me.
I'm hanging in there.
Hanging like a hair in a biscuit.
That's right.
So I heard you earlier talking about food quality. We hit on that right before the break. You know, that's a big issue.
Well, just food in general. Food is power.
It is.
Food security is national security.
Yeah.
That's all in my wheelhouse as a farmer, producer, former commissioner of agriculture, and veterinarian as far as food safety part. It's all tied together, so I know a whole lot about it. And that's one of the things that I want to concentrate on if I'm elected. I'd like to carry some kind of National Food Security Act. It would include all the things that some of the things that we've talked about. American agriculture, Tennessee agriculture, the best in the world. The most productive, most efficient, most highly technologically advanced. We got a lot of intellectual property there with our seed varieties and our technology and our equipment and everything. And our adversaries, mainly China, would like to and have the stated goal of taking that from us or taking advantage of that. So we want to prevent them from buying farmland. There's none of that, to my knowledge, happening in the state of Tennessee. That has to be reported to USDA and to the Tennessee Department of Agriculture, where there's a new state law that controls that. But that needs to be a national law. That's not yet the case, and that's what I would like to do. In addition to that, they're trying to buy land around military bases, and they have done that. They want our intellectual property. They want to know how we're doing it and how we're so productive. So that's top of my mind. The other thing that's top of my mind is we got a little taste of this during COVID, when some of the grocery store shelves were partially bare or bare for certain things. People almost lost their minds, right?
Yes, sir.
We are probably 72. How long would it take if the grocery stores had bare shelves, no food? We're 72 hours from anarchy.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah.
How many days would it take?
Yeah.
It wouldn't. I don't think 72 hours. Chaos. If people had wind of that within 24 hours, they'd drop the shelves.
Well, there's nothing on the shelf.
But if they knew it, they would get what was
right.
left.
So it would be anarchy. Well, I mean, just no government. How many people out of 100 could grow or hunt or fish and survive?
2 out of 100.
Well, Charlie,
2%.
If everybody, the population of rural America, Tennessee especially, there wouldn't be no deer, squirrels, and coons and rabbits left in no time. No. And the seeds you got now are not heritage seeds. They're all these hybrids. They usually don't grow back. We'd be in a hell of a mess, Charlie.
Well, that's what I mean. So our adversaries, without firing a shot.
Yes, sir.
If they hacked into John Deere's computer system,
that's right,
and they shut every John Deere tractor down had a computer on it, what would that do?
Oh, it would be terrible. Yeah,
so we got to be
awful.
It's something we probably don't pay enough attention to. It's something that I would.
And getting our food safety. It really bothers me. Do you really know where your food is grown? I'm glad we're kind of getting that out there, but I think we ought to know.
They don't know where the food comes from.
That's right. We need to know exactly where our food's coming.
You ask the average or any elementary school kid, what do they say?
They don't know.
Store.
They don't know.
It comes at store.
Chocolate milk comes with a brown cow, don't it?
That's right.
Yeah. I think from adults, there's like a certain percent, that's the answer.
Right.
I'm serious.
I am too. I know. I've seen that answer. Like chickens and eggs, the colors of chickens. It's a brown chicken will lay a brown egg.
Well, that's a problem. Yeah. I mean, people should understand better where their food comes from and the work that goes into it.
We've grown above that with technology, but food safety is a big concern to me, Charlie. I mean, you want to know when you go to the store, you're getting what's on the label, and it's been inspected, and it's clean, and it's not going to give you explosive diarrhea.
Well,
that happens.
America does the best job of any country in the world on that.
Right.
And I can tell you that the dairy industry, industry that my family's, it's the most highly regulated.
Well, sure it is.
How'd you know?
Because I drank it. I
gosh! I mean, it's like we got some kind of inspector at our farm almost every day at every level. So I'm not for more regulations, but we're doing pretty good on safety issues, and the USDA does a really good job, and the FDA does a pretty good job. But some of these, it is troubling. Some of these outbreaks. I mean, this has been a big one. Thousands,
but it's
or
not
at least
American
hundreds
products.
Well,
that's where I think the issue.
I don't know if the FDA had some conflicting information. At first, they said it was a positive. Now they're saying it's a false positive on one of the major lettuce companies. Right?
Right.
My understanding.
Yes.
What I just
Taylor
Taylor Farms.
Taylor Farms.
They were wrong on that. So I've been campaigning so hard I
they
hadn't
killed
followed
them.
it.
What they done?
Yeah, and it was a false positive. So,
They really don't know where it come from.
well, it's a parasite.
Yeah,
and
it comes from unclean hands, handling it.
and human.
Waste.
Yes, and so that's problematic. But there's several diseases that it can come from.
That's right. Well, data centers. I'm running out of time with you. Where are you at on data centers, Charlie? Because in this area you're right now in Henry County. They just had a commissioner meeting, and it was horrible. They're about to go to war over these data centers. I don't know if there's enough information out there. I've not really studied it.
Well, that's something people are not educated enough on. It's not a yes or no.
That's right.
It's a case by case. And what I mean by that, if we lose the technology AI war with China, they will own us. You understand that?
Sure.
You say sure, but you follow me.
I'm with you, right? 100%.
So you got to have data centers, and we have a lot of data centers. So data centers, they require a lot of energy, which we don't have. They require a lot of water, which we don't have. But if the energy is available and if the water is available and that company is willing to pay for it and not the taxpayers and the community wants it, it could be a yes.
Right.
You follow me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's like a landfill.
That's right. We got to have them. Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants it 3 miles.
I've got a suggestion on how to do the data centers from an old mechanic. They build military base. I'm a military family. They've got military bases and training camps and all that in these deserts. There's nobody lives there. There's no agriculture.
Have they got
nothing.
water?
Yes, there's aquifers. You can drill down. You can run your infra. You use aquifers on most farms around here. There are pivot wells.
Yeah, we use 2 springs and 2 wells.
Well, we're digging in our aquifers, putting these pivot wells in around here. You're in that West Tennessee. That's the area, and I have mixed feelings on that. But that's a different subject, different day. But we can drill and get the water. We can run infrastructure out there, just like they do these military bases. And that way, it's
I think you're right, and they'll get better and better, and they'll use recycled water, and it'll be less noise and all that.
That's right.
I don't want them next to me either.
I don't want a garbage dump next to me, but I got to do something with my garbage.
That's the point.
That's the point.
People ask me that question: is are you for or against? It's not that simple.
It's not, and I'm not did enough research on it, and I feel that I've let people down because I'm asked.
But I don't want taxpayers paying for it.
No, and I had a discussion.
Do you?
No. And they say that they do help to lower the cost of electric because they've spent so much that they get the profits and reinvest it. But I submit to them that it also puts us into peak power demand quicker, which when peak power hits.
Which we're in trouble right now.
Yeah.
So TVA doesn't have enough energy.
Right, but when we hit peak, Charlie, you pay more for your electric during peak power. And so when these data centers are fired up and the temperature's hot as it has been out there, we're close to peak. And in the wintertime when it's cold, we're close to peak. They're the first ones that shut down, but they're also the first ones that put us into peak power. So it's like you said, it's something that needs to be studied, and the facts needs to come out. And would you try to get us the facts if you get elected of what we need to do and how we need to do it?
Well, sure. And then the local governments, local communities have to decide whether they want them or not.
That's exactly. I agree.
And that'd be their decision.
It is their decision.
Once they understand or are educated on what's involved, who's paying for what, and what the energy and water needs are going to be, then
the water and toilet paper was the biggest things during the COVID outbreak.
Yeah. No, the toilet paper, people like to lost their mind on that.
I don't get that. And bottled water. Hell, they didn't get into my well. I got a well at my house. I don't know what you could.
Well, it was a wake-up moment.
We couldn't keep it.
Yeah, it was a lot. Charlie, I have to give you that. It was a lot. Why should Mike and Ricky vote for you?
Well, we've been dancing all around it. I think with my background and my record, farmer, veterinarian, state veterinarian, commissioner of agriculture, small business owner, I like to think I've got problem-solving ability, work ethic, the record of getting jobs done, and I want to serve others. And I'm not looking to go to D.C. to gain fame or fortune. I don't need that.
You're going.
I'm willing to go to serve others and try to make a difference in D.C. and represent the district to the best of my ability.
You've got a lot of endorsements.
I do. They're starting to pile up. We're releasing some almost every day.
But you're fighting a guy that says Donald Trump endorses him. Is that just because, could you say Donald don't know you, or what do you think about?
Well,
him saying?
I think Sonny Perdue said it the best. He said if Trump knew me, he'd be turning back somersaults to endorse me.
Okay.
But the endorsement came early, months ago, and it was right as within a day or two as I announced. I remember it like it was yesterday in October. And he needed to do that, and I'm a realist, to rally his political support for votes in Congress. And I don't fault him for that.
No.
So I think, we're building momentum every single day. I don't know if you can see it out here, but we feel it in social media. We feel it in financial contributions. We feel it in demand for signs. I know signs don't vote, but there is this feeling, never run before, but it feels good.
Right.
Farmer doesn't count his chickens before they hatch. I'm not going to, but we're going to work like a farmer till the last vote is cast.
That's right.
And we'll let the voters decide.
You've got a lot of good things on your side. One thing is your work ethics as a farmer, which, we keep talking about farming. And I don't want to think that's all you want to do is go to Congress and talk about farming. That's not all of it.
I'm more than a farmer. I've got all that.
Yeah, I want to make that clear, unless that is your intention, which I don't think it would be. There's a lot of other issues facing this country, and that you're going to be a part of. The Iran war, you'll be a part of that. You'll be a part of a lot of things going on. What would Charlie tell Mike and Ricky here that you guarantee us that we can look for Charlie to do when he gets elected? If
well,
he's elected?
the thing is, that's one of the reasons I'm running. It's frustrating to me that as a farmer and as a veterinarian, as a problem arises, or as a mechanic, what do you do when you've got a problem with a vehicle or car or a tractor, whatever it is? What do you do?
Yeah, you diagnose it.
And then what do you do?
You fix it.
That's not what's happening in D.C.
No, it's not.
So I don't know if it's I'm accustomed to addressing an issue as it comes up, and then I'm not going to waver on my values, but I'm going to work with people to a solution, or try to get to a solution without compromising my values. And
Would you ever vote to take guns away?
Absolutely not. Are you kidding?
That's important.
Yes, it's important, but
I want to hear you say
but
it.
guns are a way of life on a farm.
We all used to.
It's a way of life. I got a permit. I got one. I'll just tell you, I don't leave home without it.
When I was in high school, in my old blue truck, I did. Let's see, I graduated way before that, but all the guys, when we went to school, we had
gun rack.
in the back of the pickup truck with a shotgun or a 22 or a rifle.
Been there, done that.
Loaded.
Yeah, I know.
What has happened?
People has lost their
have
minds.
Gone crazy.
I had a teacher ask me one day, "Did you get that Africa 12 gas?" I said, "Yes, bring it to school tomorrow. I want to see it." I carried it to school. He got it from the parking lot and took it out. And
you get arrested today.
Well, sure, you can't even walk in with a pocket knife.
Yeah.
But on a farm, it's a way of life. You hunt with it. It's
a
protection. Knife. My grandfather, when he was farming one day, he got bit by a fox, and then after that, it was a rabid fox, and he had to take the shots in the stomach.
Belly button. That's awful.
30 shots.
Whatever it was, 30 or 40 shots, whatever it was.
30 shots. Yeah.
And rabbit. So I've got pictures of him with a Colt 45 in his belt on horseback. Sometime after that, because he just ride around for protection. I
carry a 357 with rat shot, because I tell you why. Most of my problems is I ain't got time to aim. I just want to wow, and but I do got some regular lead shell in there too.
No, we got to have them. It's a way of life, and no,
it is a way of life.
Where's Charlie's personal conviction on abortion? Where you at on abortion, Charlie?
Gosh, I'm pro-life all the way. I'm just and as a veterinarian, I see. When you do early ultrasound on an embryo and a fetus, you can see that
jelly bean.
Yes, it's this. It may be size of a hickory nut.
Yeah,
and you can see that heartbeat.
Oh man, I just had a granddaughter.
That's God's creation.
That's
I don't want to mess with that.
We're not going to.
Right. Well, that's great to know, because I think that's important. Charlie, I think it tells the character of someone when you know where they feel about abortions. And we haven't touched on a lot of things. We're running out of time. Tell me where you want to go. I think it's been a good conversation. I think it's been a great conversation.
No, it has been. I think the important thing is to people to realize that I'm very conservative. I'm a problem solver. I've got a half a bit of common sense. I want to get things done for them. I want to address the issues. I'm not.
Got to have patience as a farmer.
Well, I'm not the best with patience, but
you have to have it.
I'm getting better.
Yeah,
but I do know though that I'm not in control. That's the thing that's right about
when you get to if you win and you get to Washington, you better have some patience because
they move at glacier speed. I'm probably going to get pretty frustrated, but I think it's not going to deter me
unless it's giving money away. Now they move quick on that. They know how to sign.
They can spend quick.
That's what I'm talking about. Giving money away, but I think we need a balanced budget.
Well, I mentioned that already. What we do in,
Tennessee has one.
Yes, it's a constitutional requirement.
That's right.
But as commissioner for the Department of Agriculture, twice in about 18 months, we had to submit. I think it was a 4.5% budget cut and a 5% budget cut.
Right.
And I had to submit that 2 different times, and I didn't like it, and it would have. Wouldn't have been good for the department. We would have still operated. And so I don't see why every federal agency or department couldn't submit some kind of budget decrease every year.
I'm going to make a political statement here, Charlie. Every department, local, state, federal, wherever you want to look at it, it's like they're in a contest to grow their department the biggest, the fastest.
Yeah.
I think it's a
should be the other way around.
It is. I think it's a mind deal where they want to say I've got 20 employees working under me or something, and they come to me and they'll say, Mike, I've got this experience. I was in charge of a $150 billion budget, and I say, well, whose money was it? Was it your money or was it somebody you worked for's money? That means a lot to me.
It does.
And you've worked a lot with your own money. Farming is your money. And every decision you make, Charlie, it either makes the farm better or it makes it worse.
Well, that's what makes me so conservative, and that's what makes you so conservative. Right. You don't want to give away your hard-working money to the government that's going to spend it frivolously.
No, they do.
Or somebody that doesn't want to work.
Yeah, we got a lot of
I'm all for helping the poor or somebody that can't work.
Well,
but not if
the Bible
they can.
teaches us that.
They can't. There are people that can work.
Yeah, they're not going to work.
That are on federal subsidies.
That's
100%.
That they can work. And
what do you think about the socialism issue that's running across our country right now, Charlie?
I can't believe it's happening.
Can you believe it?
No.
And communism. What has happened to this? And there's a younger generation, some of your older ones that are sitting there okay with it.
Well, it ought to motivate us to.
It needs to.
I think I could take some of those and bring them out to the farm and work them.
They jumped the fence.
Well, they might, but if we could kind of keep them corralled and work it out of them, I think we'd change their attitude.
We got to get this younger generation up to date on what's going on.
Well,
nothing's free. I don't care what it is. Absolutely nothing is free.
Well, which generation are you talking about?
The ones now and the ones coming up too.
All the ones that we're raising, they're just thinking just like me. So
it's not that generation.
I'm trying.
Not as a whole. Maybe your family.
No, my family is. So it
but
needs.
Not the whole.
It's the parents and grandparents that need to
That's
raise them that
100%.
way.
What I'm saying. I'm saying
right?
our generation has raised all this mess.
Apparently we did.
We did, and I'm saying it's our children, not you and I particularly, but our children. Them ones, my children are 30 and 40 years old. My children are, and that generation that they're raising, that's the ones that think socialism is a good thing because it says it evens the playing field, and my children doesn't think that. They're all like we are.
Right.
But that same generation is not like that, and I talk to them people, and I say there's nothing free. Well, I said if you want to take from a man that's got millions of dollars, and why would he want to make another million if he's got to give it away? That's not how capitalism works. If you've got a better mousetrap, they'll buy yours. That's what it does. Competition. That's why you got all these manufactured automobiles. Who makes the best automobile? That's who people's going to buy. You just can't say, we're going to take every bit of Charlie, Ricky, and Mike's money, and we're going to mix it all together and split it up 3 ways. Well, that's not fair. If you got more Ricky or I, whoever's got more cash, that's not fair to us to be either going down. But it looks good to you. If you happen to be the third place guy, you get more money. But that's how they're thinking, Charlie. And we got to put a stop to that.
Yeah, we do.
And I don't know the answers to none of these questions. I know you're wanting the people to tell you the answer, but nobody knows the answers because, first off, you got to admit there's a darn problem. I'm going to ask you some questions here. Sweet or unsweet tea?
No, you didn't.
Well,
Doctor.
I like sweet tea.
Got you.
Okay.
Charcoal or gas grill?
Charcoal.
Chicken, steak, or pork?
All 3 above.
Steak.
Well done or raw?
Not raw, but medium to rare.
Scrambled,
You don't want to overcook it.
Scrambled or fried eggs?
I'll eat both, but I like a fried egg better.
Ain't nothing better than eating
Oh, my gosh.
over easy.
Yeah, and put
And
a
a good biscuit.
tomato on there.
Oh, man, you're
Oh.
talking now. Country music, rock and roll, old rock and roll, or rap?
Old rock and roll because it's the best.
It is.
I listen to 70s and 80s most of the time.
I love it too. Charlie, I want you looking at camera number 4
Yeah.
right there. And I want
Number
you to tell
4.
number 4. There's a lot of that means we got 4 cameras anyway, don't we? I want you to tell us why you want us to vote for you to represent us in Washington, D.C. The floor is yours, Charlie.
Yep. 10th generation farmer, veterinarian, state veterinarian for a decade, commissioner of agriculture for almost 7, multiple family small business owner. I've always lived my life by working hard, getting things done, and serving others. And I'd like to be your representative for the 5th district. This is an important race. This is probably the most important district in the state of Tennessee. It's a high-profile race. I'd encourage you to consider me as a conservative alternative with a half a bit of common sense. And I'm asking for your vote and your support.
There you go, Charlie. Hey, everybody comes into my studio, they know that they're in the Brewer Street Mafia. You know, you've seen all what goes on around
Now,
here.
what's the mafia part of that?
Well, you're in the Brewer Street Mafia.
Well, who's the?
I am.
You're the boss.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you just ain't seen that hat when the
Yeah,
lights go out
you
in a
ain't
minute.
seen it all. But
So what?
everybody-
Does he control everything?
Oh.
Yes, sir. If you'll
Mafia.
listen, you'll learn something here, Charlie. Everybody wants to know.
Are we on live still?
Yes,
Oh,
we're
still
live.
are.
They want to know if they can become a member of the Brewer Street Mafia. Everybody says,
How do I do that?
Well, I have to think about it when I'm talking to you. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, Charlie. I'm going to make you an official member of the Brewer Street Mafia.
Wait a minute, you got to do that with a handshake, don't you?
Yeah, there we go. There you go. Now, you're
That's like
reading
a
that-
challenge coin.
That's
a-
right.
that's a
You
challenge
look at that.
coin.
It tells you right there that you are a official
Is this
member.
worth anything?
Yes, sir. If you take that and 5 pennies, it's worth a nickel.
Oh,
Come on, Charlie. Now you can read what it says.
official, the Brewer Street Mafia
Official member.
member, and there's something real fine print there. I can't see
Yeah,
what that says.
yeah,
What is that?
yeah.
The Mike Weatherford Show.
That's right. So you are an official member of the Brewer Street
So that
Mafia.
may be a collector's edition.
It
one
is.
day.
It is. Because a lot of people want to be a member of the Mafia, you know, and you can honestly say that you are now a member of the Brewer Street Mafia. Charlie,
Okay,
I appreciate you coming in,
Yeah.
my friend.
Thank
and
you,
I want to
Mike.
wish you all the luck in the world.
Ricky.
We're going to
Thank
put
you.
your websites and all back up. There you go.
Okay.
You can find him at www.charliehatcher.com. You can donate. You can donate online, donate by mail. DC is one insurmountable problem, he says, to horror farmer. But what I want you to do, folks, is I want you to listen to what these politicians are telling us, because it's a very important position. We got local elections, we've got state elections, and we're going to have some bigger elections coming up in November. And it's very important that you get involved. But the most important thing you do is go vote.
Amen.
My father, Big John Weatherford, I tell you all this every time I do a political show. He'd say, if you don't vote, don't bitch. So August the 6th is just right around the corner. And I want you to do something for me. I want you to go vote. That's free, and it's all to be mandatory. Because, like I said, there's some very important races out there, local and state, and there's going to be some federal ones coming up here pretty quick. So I want you to go vote, and that way you can bitch. Charlie, is that not the truth?
That's exactly 100% right.
Right. You've got to start by voting.
You're right.
You know, and it's free. It don't cost you nothing just to get in your buggy, ride over there, and pull that lever. And I tried here on the Mike Weatherford Show to bring you the different candidates so you can make a decision based off of me talking with them with common sense, just conversation. You're looking for someone that's going to fluff them up or make them look good. That's not me. I asked them questions that y'all want to hear. I want to find out what they think. You're smart. The public's a lot smarter than politicians think you are. You're very smart people. You can hear these conversations with these people, and you can figure out pretty quick if you like this person or you don't like this person. But either way, go vote. Hey, don't forget, coming up next week, I've got a great show, One Father's Promise, A Daughter's Dream Lives On. Jeff Fuller from Fuller Strong will be here next week live in the studio talking to me about this great thing he's going on, his daughter dream. So that tells you a little bit about it. I want you to come in and listen to this show. It's going to be a great one coming up Tuesday, July 28th, 7 p.m. right here on the Mike Weatherford Show. Hey, I appreciate everybody tuning in, but I couldn't do this show without my sponsors and my viewers like you. And I want to thank my old buddy Ricky over here from Pepsi Mid-America. Hey, he's always here. He's my sidekick. He takes care of everything. Everybody loves Ricky. Ricky's running for office. Tell him, Ricky.
Run for county commissioner, and I'll put my 2 cents in. If you don't complain about a politician, my suggestion is run for office.
That's right.
And then know what that job's doing. Actually, tomorrow I'm doing a ride along with one of the officers. Go to the office, learn what they do.
That's exactly right, Ricky. That's right.
The price is right.
That's right. The price is right.
But that's my 2 cents.
Running for county commissioner.
Run for county commissioner.
Carroll County. So
right.
What district?
District 9.
District 9. Wow. Hey, I want to thank my crew in the back, Kevin Kill, Scott Norwood, Ken Atkinson, and Dana Allen. I couldn't do what I do, which is sit up here and be a trophy. That's what I am. I am a full-fledged. Look at Charlie. He don't know what to think.
Hey, Charlie, you got to say something. You got to help me, Charlie.
This is a mafia in action right here. What this is.
I mean, don't go make me sleep with the fishes. All right? Charlie, I appreciate you coming in. Man.
Well, I appreciate you having me.
It's been a fun time.
It has been.
And it's just a conversation. I think we got your point out, what you wanted to make. Anything you want to say before I cut you loose and let you go back?
No, I'm good. Hire this farmer.
Hire this farmer. All right, folks. Tune in next week, same time, same place. Ricky, tell them what I always say.
Don't be late.
He said don't be late. The Mike Weatherford Show is recorded live at the Brewer Street Mafia Studios in downtown Paris. A Kill Media, Brewer Street Mafia Productions.